This is On the Move with Andria and Kim. Informative, inspirational. Join us as we bring you all the hot topics on current affairs, cultural diversities, relationships, empowerment tips, interviews from movers and shakers in and around our great city, and to get you through your day, right here on the Move.
Welcome to On the Move. We are entering season 2, and we are so excited to have you, right, Kimberly? We are looking forward to an amazing season. And as we get into it, we're going to be interviewing today one of the online network's leading person that's in media today, and that is Joseph Peisich. But before we get into talking with him today and welcoming him, Kimberly, how have you been throughout this pandemic?
Just one day at a time. It's kind of getting a little bit better now than kind of, let's say, it was last year. But, just a good time to just take a step back, to regain focus, to reshift, to realign, to work on things, and just to be able to come out strong as we're coming out of it, hopefully for the final time. So it's been good. I've been looking forward to season 2, so I'm excited. I think it could be no better guess, right? Joseph has been really taking the social media by storm, even throughout this pandemic. So I think it's befitting. But, I've been doing good. Lots of changes, but all for the good, and just kind of taking it one day at a time, taking a step back, like I said, just to gain perfect perspective. And as we look about going forward to see how we can excel, because amidst, the social unrest, amidst how daunting it is, time is really not standing still. So we really have to make use of it and be purposeful in what we do. So,
Absolutely.
We can be ahead.
Absolutely. And I just echo what you say, because honestly, a lot of things has changed, and a lot of people have gone through different things, different seasons in their lives. And as you mentioned, social media has become one of I would say the crutches of what we hold on to, where everybody's connected, whether it's through Zoom, through Teams, we're all connected. And we're so thankful for social media. And as I mentioned, that is leading actually the social media charge is Joseph Peisich, who has one of the largest online network with over 150. He's on 150 platforms, and I'm talking like he's blazing. He is the founder of FiredUp, I should say. So can we welcome him at this time? Joseph Peisich, welcome to On the Move. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for that great introduction, ladies.
All right. So you are the founding member of, CEO of FiredUp. Can you tell me a little bit about FiredUp for those that may not know? What is your network about, and how did it come about?
Well, first of all, the network's sports-centric, but we do everything: sports, entertainment, anything. And how did it come about? I'm going to date myself. I started in the media 1994. God, I'm old. 1994. And then all my friends were, getting interviews, but not getting jobs in the media. They said they need more experience and stuff like that. And how do you get more experience in the media? Nobody wants to open the door. So I took it upon myself to sort of be a stepping stone, basically the minor leagues, and giving people a chance, writing, doing audio shows, and now doing video shows. And through that, I think since 2019, 14 members who were a part of our team have gone on to, mainstream media, put it that way.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Because a lot of rookies, they've actually got their start from being on your network. So you've actually created a platform that would help to propel a lot of those people forward. It's absolutely amazing. And you've interviewed some of the greats. Like I won't even want to start dropping names right now, but can you elaborate a little bit more to us on some of the people that you've interviewed on your network?
Well, it's basically the who's who. I interviewed, from hockey players Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr, to football players Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly, Buffalo Bills, to soccer players before he passed away, Maradona, and I've gotten a hold of The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. The who's who, but it's not about interviewing the stars. It's about, like they say, paying it forward. I rather be on a show like you guys with Kimberly and with you, who are the future, who have a show, who want to build something and brand something, and let's all come together and let's see what we can do. So, John Cena already is built. The Rock, I think I'm a little bit smaller than The Rock. Okay, so The Rock, he's built already, and Gretzky and Bobby Orr and all these people are built. Boys to Men, I interviewed, and stuff like that. So they're already made. It's about the future. Be it, we have a show called Game Time Kids Edition, 12-year-old a boy talking about soccer. We have, the Blaze. You were part of the Blaze, an all-female show talking sports, entertainment, mental health, and all that. I want to give sort of like a restaurant, like a buffet. Okay, you like sports? Okay, here's baseball, football. You like entertainment? Here's music, movies, or whatever. You like cooking show? I'm trying to get a cooking show, right? So give everybody like a buffet style shows. Nobody else is doing it, and what we're doing that is very unique. When I started out, I wanted to have, like they say in sports, a 5-tool player. If you want to write, you can write. Our website's very good. If you want to do audio shows, we're on 158 platforms: iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, to name a few. And now we're doing online, TV, so you can be seen, you can be heard. But everybody nowadays and their grandmother, like I said to you before, do podcasting. They do one a week. We average about 10 to 12 a day.
Right.
So most of our shows are with former or current athletes, media types, and I want to have a show on there, up and comers, so they get sort of the rub from being with a celebrity, being with a media type, seeing how it is with a media type. So that's, everybody says it's revolutionary. It's not revolutionary. It's what needs to be done.
Right. Absolutely. I think it's so admirable that the whole basis of it was just to create a platform, right? Because, we live in this monolithic society where it's known, or it's a myth, because, we're trying to change that as we go into different circles and we connect with like minds to say, like, what, Joe, I need to own in and zone in on this, and it's only for me. Right. But we're such a greater entity when we collaborate and when we can work together. Right. Because there's a space big enough for all of us. And as you were talking about, just podcast is like the thing now. Everybody has it, whether it be a hobby over the pandemic or whatever. Everybody has it now. But you've been in the industry for quite some time. We're talking 20 years. It's a long time, right? Yes. A lot of content, a lot to be able to stay relevant. So kind of how do you do that? How do you balance everything and able to stay relevant even in this modern age as it gets, before it was even popular, but now it's more popular. How does FiredUp, or Joe rather, just remain relevant and still maintaining that mission to help and the underlying thing?
It's like a newscast, right? Every day there's different sort of news, right? Could be today somebody won a championship, or unfortunately somebody passed away or whatever. You have to be relevant on the topic of the day. So everybody does, like I said, once a week. We don't do podcasts. I call it shows because we do 10, 12 a day. So the relevancy is, okay, if somebody won a championship, or somebody got traded, or there's a feature film that you want to see, or try to get an interview with The Rock or whoever, that's relevant, because nobody around the world can get, the guys we have, sports and entertainment, NBC maybe can get. Like, you have to have the who's who of who's who on it, right? So I'm lucky enough, in I guess 26, 27 years throughout my my career, I've built a relationship with a lot of people. Oh, okay, let's do this, let's do that. But it's not, like I said, it's the relevancy is to do something, and I told this to Andrea, think outside the box. I want to think outside the box. I want to be the first of something, then the thousandth of everything, right? There's so many people like, okay, we're in Canada. Everybody talks about hockey, be it August or be it like in February, okay? But why not do right now I'm in negotiations with somebody to do a cooking show. Sunday is football Sunday. Everybody eats, junk food and all that, but healthy eating, cooking show with a former player doing that. That emphasizes, okay, stay healthy, stay active, watch sports, but eat healthy, do stuff. It's not, nowhere can you see that. Nowhere on nationwide TV is that. So I'd rather be the first of something. We have a volleyball show. There's no volleyball show anywhere. Right. So it's like, I like to push the envelope and being the first shows, and it doesn't matter. Like you said, collaborate together. But in that time, let's say your show is 2:00 on a Saturdays, right? I try to put the spotlight on you. It doesn't matter what you talk about, from movies to sports to anything. The spotlight is on you from 2 to 2:30 or 3:00. Then 3:00, the spotlight is on Andrea. She talks about something else. So everybody has a set time, and everybody, because I built this on passion. The passion that creates everything. So if you have a passion for anything, why aren't you doing it? And when I asked them, when I do the interviews, why aren't you doing? Well, I never thought about it, or I never, nobody gave me the opportunity. Well, here is the opportunity. That's why we create a FiredUp network for people who don't have the opportunity. Yes, will I like to be NBC or CNN or whatever? Of course, because I'll be in Hawaii. But to start off, let's do it. And it's every day. It's constant. It's thinking of something, or how you going to do, a different type of show. Could be the same show as everybody, but do it differently than everybody.
Right. And that's amazing. It seems to me like, keeping relevant is just all about just staying with the times, staying current, and just thinking a step ahead, right? Anticipating rather what the viewers want, or seeing where the niche is lacking. And so that's amazing. I guess that's why we can attribute that to your success. So obviously we know that you've made huge sports and entertainment, right? You've made huge strides in that industry. But I understand that you're big on women empowerment, right? And so you're looking into new ventures into the network, but talk to us a little bit about that passion. Is it just like, does that stem from something, or is it more because you think women in the industry doesn't have as much of a platform, or kind of how did that all came about, or why you decided to kind of venture off in this, having success in the sports and entertainment already, and not just kind of sticking to the evil, if you will?
Now you want me to get emotional, right?
That's what we do on the move.
With the ladies, I always wanted. I wanted to build a ladies network before we did the FiredUp Sports. But now it's about time. I'm doing it to leave a legacy for my daughter, and that's why I'm saying to get emotional, because and it comes back to sports, like the CWHL, Canadian Women Hockey League. They had the most successful year 2 years ago, and they quit and went bankrupt and all that. So if my daughter wants to play hockey and we're in Canada, she can't play professional hockey because there's no league. So why isn't there no league? So I said, okay, it's about time. And I always say this, Andrea could vouch. I'm a man, you're a lady. What's the difference? If you have a passion for hockey, for sewing, for music, for movies, for anything, let's do it. It's my obligation to put you out there. Nobody wants to put out there. There's no difference. Like I'm with two ladies here, and you guys really rock it and all that. You're on the move all the time, but there's no difference from what you do and what I do. You just, it's different topics. I pick a different topic. It's like a buffet. Go to a restaurant. You like this, you like that, and together it's on your plate. So with the Ladies Network, I, hopefully gonna launch something very special coming in the fall. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. Hopefully you two ladies will be a big part of it. But I think it's about time, and it's overdue Like when I first started, it should have been there in 1994 when I first started. Now, if I'm going to be like I said, I want to be the first of something. So for that, with a ladies network and all that, it's that, like I said to you before, there's no better than leaving a legacy for your daughter. So, and that's what I want to do. And be it, she doesn't want to be on TV, great, but it's still a legacy for her. Like it can be gone, here for 50, 100 years, 200, 300. Somebody has to put the flag down. And if it has to be a man to put the flag down for the ladies, so be it.
Absolutely. And I love what you said, taking the flag, because that's a part of your flagship show, which is Fired Up. And the amazing thing is that you're creating platforms for everyone. So it's not just, say, men or women. You're creating, even if it's children, you're creating this platform. And as you continue to move forward in this field of what we call online, I mean, everybody's doing a podcast. Everybody's doing Instagram and Facebook, and there's so many things that's happening. What would you say that would set you apart? What has set you apart from all the other networks that are out there?
Outside the box and giving people the chance. Not many people, like I said, I have it all the time. 2 days ago when I said I want to do a cooking show and all that, and we're in negotiations with that, a cooking show on a sports network? What are you talking about? Why not? Tell me why we can't do it. Like if you look at a sports network, there's darts. Is darts a sport? There's darts for 3 hours a day. Why can't I put a lady on or debate, mental health? There's not a lot of, in COVID times, and not COVID times, but especially now with COVID time, nobody's talking enough about mental health. And not only we're a little bit older, but like going back to my daughter, okay? Going to school, going out of school, going into school, going out of school. She graduated grade 8. I still never seen a diploma. For me, graduating, buying a car, buying your home or whatever, that's one of the biggest things in life, and it was taken away from her. And now she's going to high school, and we still don't know if it's going to be in the school or virtually, or maybe in the school for a month, then virtual. It's enough when kids, and she's going to be 14 years old, kids, let alone our age, but kids who suffer with this mental health, because there's not a lot of people that talk about it. If you're kids, if you're 14, 16, 18, then 25, then 35, 45, there's always talk, mental health. But what are people going to do about it? Mental health, you have to talk about it. Then maybe somebody progressive tries to do something. There's no pill to take for mental health. They could give you aspirin or whatever, but that doesn't cure it. Talking about mental health cures it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And even to think that a lot of the players, people that you interview, like even young children that are suffering from mental health issues, and we need to create that platform. So I'm really amazed at what you're doing and creating that platform to talk, to simply have a forum that you can come together and really speak your mind. Because in this day and age, when people are so far apart, we're distant. Some people know we're hearing of the fourth wave going back into lockdown, and to be isolated, because as people, we weren't created to be isolated. So having a forum that you can voice your concerns, you can, talk to someone and just have somebody to pour into you, it's very, very key. And so I commend you for doing this whole mental health issue. And as we get ready to wrap up, I just want to know, where do you see Fired Up in the next 2 years? Where do you see this platform going?
I'm not going to stop till I put, and maybe you two ladies can help me put the flag down for ladies. That's the next step. The sports, I've been doing it all the time. Maple Leafs are never going to win the Stanley Cup. All right, so that's it doesn't matter to me.
There's hope,
no,
right?
There's no hope. There's no hope. There's better hope that I am in Hawaii. Okay, so that's it. But the next step is the step for you ladies. If nobody wants to help us build it, well, I'll take the flag and I'll build it. I have relationships with Toronto 6. That's the new ladies hockey. And I have relationships with, ladies soccer and swimming and all that. Why? They had, and I'm just going to end off on this quote here, 4.4 million people watch Canada win the gold medal in the ladies soccer game.
Yeah.
Now, we're out of those 4.4 million, where's the advertisers? Why not the advertisers come and create basically soccer league or hockey or whoever? It doesn't have to be sports. It could be just for girls, 13, 14, 90. It doesn't matter about sport. They should have, and men have it, ladies should have it. And maybe and getting back to mental health show or whatever, we try, and all the shows, we try to create shows, but we try also to have fun in those shows that people could say, wow, these ladies, men have a good time. Maybe I should tune it in every Thursday, every Wednesday, every day. And they talk about interesting topics. Oh, I'm suffering from mental health or whatever. And then that's the best compliment you could get. If people come across and say, okay, they saw it and, you helped me, doesn't matter. It's priceless. You could give me $1 million. If somebody says that to me, it's priceless.
I love your passion. I love his passion. Like it's so refreshing when you see that, like a man that is just passionate to push women forward, passionate to give women a voice, passionate to give women a platform. That is absolutely amazing. And I mean, I was honored to be part of the Blaze, where you're creating this women network. And I won't go into that yet until you release it. But I love your passion. What would
and we can hear Andria's passion as well. As you know, amongst other things, we're both a part of women empowerment networks and platforms.
That's right.
That's actually how we met many years ago. Through the Black Women Honors and Empowerment, which is, a division under the Diversity Advancement Network. And that's really what it is, to reach out, to help, to facilitate, to create platforms, to recognize unsung heroes, to encourage. And so, that's why you can tell our passion is resounding, because we're equally as passionate, right? Now, I'm district manager for the Black Women Honors and Empowerment. Andria, of course, is more in pageantry, which is a little bit less than, or a little bit more rather than just glamour, but of course, paying it forward again and helping. Right. And so we're always about that. And even on the move, like you said, it's always about, we've gotten a couple big names in season 1, and that's been great. But it's also about the 7-year-old girl who's an author, right?
Yes.
And inspiring, and because she didn't have a father figure around, or she didn't feel a particular way about herself. And mom was able to help her to write a book to inspire young girls like her. It's about those two. So, I mean, we mirror. It's probably on a smaller scale, but our passions mirror each other. And so that's why I think it was so befitting, Joe, to interview you today. But what would you say to somebody, right? We're going to leave it to you. We could probably give our own advice, but you probably have more words of encouragement or more insight, if you will, foresight and all, having been in the industry so long. But someone wanting to start out now and just looking like, they're thinking the industry's saturated, everybody else is doing it. What can I bring to the table? How do I even start? What advice would you give to somebody like that?
Well, first of all, if you're getting into, I maybe you won't like the answer here, but if you're getting into the media thing, look, media is amazing perks. If people get into the media for the perks or maybe the pay, don't get in the media for pay, because pay is not there. But if you want to get into it for something, like you said, the passion, because people go to work for just a paycheck, but they don't have the passion for the job they're doing, right? They rather be doing whatever it is. If you have the right passion for what you want to do, you don't have to get paid a day in your life. You will love what you do if you do it with passion. Like they say, if you love what you're doing, nobody's going to stop you. Just be, like I said, the best advice I can give to somebody is be creative, but be yourself. Because there's nobody else. You did this wrong or what? How do I know you did this wrong? You're yourself. You have a vision on yourself. So who am I to say that you did it wrong? If you need help, I'm here to help. But if you want your vision to, I want to do this and I want to do that, who am I to stop it? Nobody should stop a person's vision, be it male, female, dog, cat, children, or whatever. If you have a vision and you want to, if this is what you want to do for your life, then do it. Somebody, and if it's nobody, then call me up. Look at FiredUp Network. If it's nobody, I'll push you along. We push so many people along, and so many people, And like I said, knowingly, I use this, it's a stepping stone. Do I want to be like a CNN or whatever? Look, it doesn't matter. The one thing now, everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has a tablet or an iPad or whatever. So for me, it was very important to be on 158 platforms, to be on social media, to get the word out there that we're changing the game. And it's not like changing the game. It's changing the game because of the passion. The passion unites us all. That's it. That's the bottom line. If people have passion, we're united.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. We're in
Absolutely.
conversation with the one and only Joseph Peisich, founder of the FiredUp Network. I like a little part of what you said, which kind of resonate with us. And I'm going to tap in Andria on this now when you talk about just being unique, right? So, we're co-authors in a book, or actually Andria was the compiler of a book, The Designer's Original. And that's what we talk about, right? Just being you, being unique, because there's no carbon copy. Isn't that right, Andria?
Absolutely. There is absolutely no one else that is like you. And I love what you say, Joe. I love your passion, as I mentioned, for what what you have to do with this network and pulling everyone together. And it was an honor for Kim and I to sit and speak with you and kind of to glean from your wisdom and, your passion as we move forward. We love later on that we'd be able to collaborate with you, right, Kim, and to work on some projects together. So we're going to keep in touch. Again, we want to thank you so much for being on the show. You are fired up and we are continually on the move.
Definitely.
And, as you said, that whole flag, we're going to continue to hold it, to raise it, and to go forward and change the game, when it comes to networking and social media and all of that. So thank you for being a forerunner and moving with such passion and such blaze in what you're doing. So again, we thank you for being on the show and we look forward to you being on the show next time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is On the Move with Andria and Kim.
Welcome to our Inspirational Corner, everyone. As we are in this time of turmoil and unrest and uncertainty, we just can't we can't lose sight. We can't lose sight of who we are, what we're about, and that be cognizant that time really isn't waiting for anybody. So amidst all that's happening, we have to just, like I said earlier, take a step back, but only just to gain perspective on everything. See how we can pay it forward. All the little things that the pandemic has taught us to put in perfect perspective, whether that be family, whether that be relationships, whether that be aspirations. Now is the time to do it, right? Dare to dream, dare to live, dare to start that business, dare to do whatever you want to do, because of course, time is not guaranteed or promised. And we have to, of course, make that count. This is On the Move, where, as always, we keep you informed and inspired. Thank you so much for joining us back in season 2. Don't forget to follow GFTV Network, where we air every Friday at 7 p.m. and follow us at On the Move 77 on Instagram. I'm your host, Kimberly.
And I am Andria Thompson. And if you are looking to sponsor, we have sponsorships package that's are available. Please get in touch with us and let us know how you can support. So we want to keep the show on the air and, as always, on the move. So again, we thank you for tuning in. Until next time, continue on the move.
Take care.